What's up guys, Troy here. Today on Battlefield 3 My Thoughts, we're going to talk about competitive gaming in general and related to Battlefield 3, what I like about it, what I dislike about it, and how I feel about it and why I partake in it. I also have some pretty big news to share with everyone, so I'm excited about that. But first and foremost, the gameplay footage you're looking at is nothing special, just an attacking side on Sen Crossing Rush. The big news I wanted to share with everyone is that for the past 2 months, me and a core group of players I play with on the competitive team I played for, KBC, have been quite dissatisfied with the direction that the team has been going. We've tried talking to the team founder numerous times about the problems within the team, its structure, its influx of a lot of newer players that don't have competitive experience. We feel that our advice was marginalized, was not taken seriously, or not even taken into consideration in the first place. We were just told one thing, and the actions spoke volumes about another. So I was approached by a few of the other guys and said, we should leave, and we should just start our own team where we can decide the direction that it's going in, since we obviously know what we want. And I thought it over for some time, and I've decided to take them up on the offer. And so I have left KBC. 6 or 7 guys have followed me, and we have started our own competitive team known as Lethal Gaming. So we will be competing quite soon. In the next 2 weeks, maybe, I should have some scrims scheduled against other top teams, and I'd like to definitely put those up. Shortly after that, I'd like to get into official matches, official tournaments, and ladders. And I'm really excited about that. It's really has got me on the edge of my seat, and we can really get back into the competitive scene, because KBC just wasn't going in the direction that it needed to be going, and it did create somewhat of a falling out between myself, the guys that left, and the team founder. But you know what? I wish him the best of luck in the future, both on and off the battlefield. But this is just a decision that we had to make, and I feel it's the right decision for us to move forward in competitive gaming. But speaking of competitive gaming, I wanted to mainly talk about what I like about it, what I dislike about it, and why I partake in it. In my previous video, I said I was a competitor through and through. No matter what I do, no matter how grand or mundane the task is, I either have to give 110% of my effort, or I have to compete at it. A little bit about myself. In high school, I played sports all through high school. I played 4 years of football, 3 years of track. My mom is a huge baseball fan, so to make her happy, I tried out for baseball my freshman year. Fortunately, I wasn't good enough, so I was cut. But nonetheless, I'm a competitor, and I love the challenge that is brought along with competition. One of the things I like about esports competitive gaming is that it basically breaks the game down into its simplest forms. Simplicity is what I like about it. And I believe in Battlefield 3 specifically, there's so much depth to Battlefield 3, unlocking stuff, different equipment you can use, classes and everything, but it strips all that away, and it boils it down to 4 core tenets, and that is you, your team, win or lose. And those 4 core tenets is all that matters. You do everything in your power to win. That's it. Nothing else is the focus. It's you and your team and winning. You don't care about any of the extra bullshit that comes along with the game. DICE has gone in this route of massive amounts of unlocks, which is good. It's something I've liked since playing Bad Company 2. Bad Company 2 didn't have nearly the amount of unlocks that, say, Battlefield 3 has, and then now Battlefield 3 has assignments for both premium and all the DLCs that come out. But none of that matters in competitive gaming. Competitive gaming is about just winning at all costs. That's it. You will do everything in your power outside of cheating to win. It's you, your team, win or lose. That's what I love about it. It creates that singular focus, that one challenge that you can't get in pub games. You just can't. Everybody has a different focus in a pub game. You're playing with complete strangers, basically, people you've probably don't even know, you've never played with or against before. So the focus isn't there in pub games that's there in competitive games. So that's probably the biggest reason why I partake in it and what I like about it. There are a lot of things I do dislike about it. I think one of the biggest things, and this is really specific to Battlefield 3, is the lack of developer support across the board from DICE. We've seen a lot of half-assed support come in late in the game. Things like the Battle Log Matches feature. And you know that feature should have been there day one. It comes out 6, 7, 8 months, sometime quite a while after the game's been released. And I'd like to see a lot more developer support from DICE. The good thing about their lack of support is that the lengths and the effort that third-party organizations have gone to and individual competitive players have gone to basically foster and develop a very well-versed competitive scene and competitive community is second is second to none. I think the lengths that these players and these organizations have gone to is quite beneficial to the game. But I would definitely like to see these organizations and these players work hand in hand with DICE to make a better competitive community, to make a better competitive scene. I think a lot of the tools and features could be better implemented for Battlefield 4, Battle Recorder, Spectate mode. Put some type of incentive into the game to play competitively is something I would like. Incentivize the competitive game style. DICE has done that with pub games. You have assignments that basically incentivize using certain pieces of kit that aren't very popular, or certain weapons that aren't very good, actually, to say the least, by giving you a fancy dog tag, a fancy camo. That if the assignment wasn't there, large majority of players probably wouldn't use that piece of kit, that camo, that weapon to achieve anything because the incentive is not there. But if you incentivize competitive gameplay, I definitely think that could help foster a deeper and longer lasting community. So that's one of the big things I dislike about competitive gaming, specifically Battlefield 3 related, is the lack of support from DICE. I definitely would love to see them support the game more. I do understand that a lot of them were pulled off the main game to work on the DLCs and also to shift focus to Battlefield 4, which is fine. So, I hope that even though the Battlefield 3 takes a hit, I hope that a lot of these features, a lot of that support ends up being there for Battlefield 4. That would be just nothing short of awesome, in my opinion. So I definitely like to see that. But those are really the main reasons of what I like and what I dislike about competitive gaming, and it's the simplicity and it's the challenge that I love. I love competing at a high level. I love going against guys who are just as good, if not better than me, and who are just as focused, if not more focused on the win than I am. That creates a deeper focus for myself, and it makes me a better player. Use a sports analogy, I love seeing LeBron and Kobe just go at it, because it makes both players, both LeBron and Kobe, better players to play against each other. Just seeing a high caliber player blow through a pub so easily, it gets boring, and it's just there's no challenge there, there's no focus. So I definitely really appreciate the challenge and the focus that competitive gameplay brings, and the simplicity of it. You, your team, win or lose. It's that simple, and then that's just why I love it. So, other than that, guys, that's pretty much how I feel about esports competition, why I partake in it, what I dislike, and what I like about it. How do you feel? I mean, if you've played competitively, what do you like and dislike about it? If you haven't played competitively, is it something that you would like to be interested in? It's pretty much open for everybody. It's not that hard to get into. and it can create a deeper focus for the game, and you probably would find a new shared appreciation for the game that wasn't there before. I know I have, for games in general, not just Battlefield 3. But feel free to, leave your feedback, leave your thoughts, and your opinions. I'd really appreciate it, guys. My next video will be my top kits. I probably will start with the Engineer, and I hope you enjoy that video as well. But as always, guys, I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching the rest of the video. Thanks.